Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I'm going to do something different and unique, and I might start to do a series of these where, because as you know, I analyze artists, and now I'm going to sometimes analyze songs because there's some songs that really need to be, I guess, acknowledged as far as their chord progressions and how clever they are, either lyrically or chord wise, or just arrangement wise. And recently I did two tabs from a good friend, Andre. And Andre's been a supporter of my channel for a long time. And I actually met Andre last year. So it's nice to meet some of my subscribers. So Andre requested that I do two Spinner songs, Mighty Love, and the other one is called, and actually they just can't stop it. But most of us know that song by The Games People Play, because some songs have these real long titles, and this is one of them. And so I immediately got to work on it. And what I do is, again, like I said, I do a breakdown because we emphasize as far as key signatures and all that stuff, but what's even more important than that is knowing structure of song. When someone asks you to get to the chord section, the chorus section, you know where it is. Because from time to time, I teach small children drums, because I'm not the best drummer, but I can teach them the basics as far as, the pedal foot and hi-hat and all that. And what I do is this, and it's very unique. And even some of the drummers that really actually play, they say, man, that's a good idea, and I'm going to incorporate that into my instructions or how I instruct people. I tell the people that I'm working with drum wise, I said, before I even want you to sit on that drum throne and start, wailing with the sticks, I want you to be able to distinguish the changes in songs, meaning that can you identify the verses? Can you identify the chorus? Can you identify the beat section? Can you identify modulation, changing of key, going up, going down? So when you learn that first, it's real easy to become a drummer because it's really important for a drummer to be able to distinguish it's going out of the verses right into the chorus, and that's signified by a drum roll or a crash. So it's the same thing with guitar players, but most of us don't think like that. And the reason why I think like that because throughout the years, I've played a little bit of everything. I actually started off as a trumpet player, and from time to time, I still play that, but it gives me a headache when I play it, so I don't play it that much. And also learning the lyrics for the vocalist, because I'm like, the most terrifying thing to me as a musician is being up on stage and fucking up. I don't want nobody to be looking at me, that guy just messed up. I want to be the guy in the background, just blending in with the rest of the guys and doing my job and getting the job done. So I was really attention to detail when it came to that because I do not like messing up. So I would learn not only my guitar part, I would also learn the lyrics, because the lyrics guide you throughout the structure of the song, So that's what I do, when I tackled these Spinner songs, I broke it down because, the games people play, this is the structure. There's an intro. And the chords in the intro is A, and then there's like a extra added note. I call it A add 9, but I don't think it's that. And B minor 7, then B11. Then the verse, because there's three parts. It's the intro, verse, then there's like a sub verse, and then there's the chord. So again, the intro is A, then I add a note. Like I said, I call it A add 9, but it's not that. B minor 7, B11. The verse goes like this. There's A, then it's B minor 7, A major 7, then B minor 7. And then it goes into where it says I walk around. And that part is D major 7, C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 9. And before I finish what I'm about to say, I want to just say this. That particular song and the other Spinner song is on my other channel. So there's a link down there. You can click to it. And it has the chords throughout, the video. So then there's actually after, where it says I walk around, the D major 7, C sharp minor 7, F sharp minor 9. And I love that F sharp minor 9 as far as it's an accent. Then there's like another part that I call other section because I dissect them by chord progression and sequence. So there's another sequence. That other sequence is this. And I'm actually going to insert a quick demonstration of me playing it on guitar because this is really clever. throughout the years when you play, you kind of stack notes, as like old school Larry would say, or old school funk. And it's kind of clever that I've never heard this in a song before, and I used to do it all the time because it impresses people when you go from major to minor to major to minor, and you go up the neck. And on this particular song, it goes like this: E major 7, D sharp minor 7, then D major 7, then C sharp minor 7, then C major 7, then B minor 7, and then the second time around it ends on a D. So, like I said, I'm gonna give you insert a demo right quick so you can hear what I'm talking about, because it's really sweet how they done it and how they laid a melody on top of these chord stacking progressions that's going up the neck. And then the chorus is G major 7, B minor, A minor 7. And then it does that again. Actually, the sequence is G major 7, B minor 7, A minor 7, G major 7, B minor on 2 counts, and then D11. And then on the second time around, they ended off with the E suspended 4th slash E 7th chord. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because of this. As you guys know, that I have DVDs for sale 1 through 6, and I'll walk you through on how to become a pretty good rhythm guitar player. And the chart that's included in this is just, this is like the holy grail of guitar chords. If you just learn these 2 inversions, you can play 90% of the stuff off the radio. And my DVDs are almost over 6 hours long, and I'll walk you through stuff that most guitar players or instructors don't even think about. It's like, whoa. I didn't even think about including that, because as a learner myself many years ago, I would ask questions and my questions weren't answered. A lot of the things they had me doing made no sense to me. And I'm like, how do I get the music land where I can play this stuff off the radio? That's all I'm concerned about. Instead of building chords and all that, because that's wonderful if you're trying to get into sung scores and doing major series tabulations and classical stuff. But if you're just a regular person that either got a 9 to 5 and just want to play on the weekend with your buddies in the bar, this is the route you want to take. You can also become a pretty good professional musician, because that's what I am, and I can show you how to do that. But all the things that you've been told that you need to do or be instructed to do, a lot of that stuff is just fluff, stuff you would never use. And what I did is I replaced all that fluff, and I replaced it with stuff that you're going to use. You can't get around the stuff that I'm teaching you. You can't, so I went through trial and error, and I decided to put together a comprehensive learning program, because I kept getting a lot of people asking me, man, you play pretty good. Show us how you do what you do. And for a while, I was like, I'm not a teacher, and I'm stressed that I'm still not a teacher, but I can pass on the information and knowledge that I have so you can play like me, because my channel speaks for itself, both of them. I'm playing everything from Kansas, Dust in the Wind, to, the Commodores, Confunction, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. Once you start to learn what you need to learn, you can able to look at these different styles of music and play them well, not just a dabbler or just barely hanging in there. Because you can determine people that they shouldn't be playing funk because they're a rock head, and ain't nothing wrong with playing different styles. But if you haven't grasped the concept and the flow and the feel of a certain style of music, maybe you ought to back off. Because again, I don't bite off anything that I can't chew. I don't do gospel. It's because I was not raised to play gospel. Gospel is a different animal. It's not that I got anything against gospel. I love all types of music, but that's not my style. So I'm not trying to dabble in waters that I shouldn't be in and not good at doing, because gospel is extremely busy to me. It's a lot of different chord progressions, tempo changes, key signature changes. Like, it's just too much, and they showing their stuff. And I love to see musicians that are that sharp and that good do their thing. But that's just not my thing. And it's just no disrespect to it, but it's just not my thing, my DVDs are $35, which is a heck of a deal, because when I really started selling my DVDs, they were $10 a piece, and they're close to an hour in each DVD. So that's well worth, $10. so they was like $60. So I sliced it almost in half to say, you know what, I'm just trying to get these out here so people can play the guitar the right way instead of this new age internet thing where people were just watching your fingers and trying to mimic what you're doing, but don't know why they're doing what they're doing other than watching you. I want to eliminate that. I want you guys to be able to say, hey, Morris Man taught me how to play these chords and I can play all these songs. Because it's great to do a play along with songs during the eras of the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And the 80s is kind of touch and go. But around the 80s is when things kind of change. The style changed, the way the musicians play changed, because back in the 70s when you played and messed up, you started over. Still like now you can play a part. If you mess up, they can go in and cut a piece of it off and cut and paste it and move it all around. I'm like, no, that's not going to make you a good guitar player or a good musician in general. It's just going to make you a dabbler, because you have to be forced to work. You know, you got to put the time in to say, hey, I keep messing up, but I'm stick with it and just keep playing and keep playing and keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing and keep practicing till I get it right. And trust me, if you go that route, you will get it right, as opposed to you're only playing one or two chords back and forth, and if you mess up, they can cut and paste it in the mix. You know, that's not really to your benefit. You know, so you know, this chart here, like I said, it comes with the DVDs. All the chords that I teach you in these 6 DVDs, and I give you kind of some theory around the chords and how you can identify them quickly. It's the same chords in this song. Every one of them, you know. So once you learn these chords, you can take this information and do a play along, because play alongs are really important, because you get an idea of how writers write and their range by playing their stuff and knowing the chords already. Then you're on your way to becoming a writer yourself, because that's how I learned how to write, by watching and studying and playing along. And I'm like, okay, they're using these chords, and you know, the major 7 is real hot in R&B ballad songs. I don't think there's not one R&B ballad song that don't have a major 7 chord in it. You know, so that's a chord that you really need to learn. And you learn a lot from hanging around other people that play, because each person brings something different to the table, and you kind of swap and trade. Because when I started playing with one of my keyboard players, you know, the major 7 chord that I used to play a lot was the one that's based on the A string. It's real easy to grip and it sounds good. But the problem with that is there might be a major 7 chord in this particular song that is way down here, so it's too bright. So it's like, okay, I have to find the inversion on the A string to bring it up to match up the tones. So you know, my keyboard player taught me, you know, the one that's built on the E string, and that was so helpful to my playing, you know, because you always are going to use major 7 chords in R&B songs. You can't get around it, and the minor 7s too. The major chords are not used as much in the R&B songs because they have a different tonality. It's kind of like a dark or a poppy sound. But when you play that major 7, you know, boom, it's there. Play that minor 7, you know, it's there, as opposed to, you know, that's a major chord. So it's good to know them all. But, you know, in my DVDs, I kind of walk you through when to use them and how to use them, because this is something I just want to mention too. I'm working on with some keyboard players to put together a comprehensive keyboard lesson playing like the guitar, because my concept as far as my DVD lessons, I walk you through how to play guitar, and it's not that difficult because using a lot of bar chords. And the difference between piano and guitar, here's a good example. Again, here's the C major 7, right on the A string. Now, if I want to play a C sharp major 7, I just slide everything down. I ain't got to configure my fingers. I just slide it down. I ain't got to do nothing but move it down. I don't change the grip. But with piano, if you're playing a C major 7 and then a C sharp major 7 is the next chord, it's not, you don't do that. You got to do some reconfigurations. So I'm working on with some keyboard players to kind of put together kind of like a Scott Houston, the piano guy, piano chords, so it's easier and it's cutting through the chase. But that'll be a while down the pike. But I'm gonna wrap this video up again. I got DVDs for sale. You get 6 DVDs, close to 5.5 hours of me walking you through what you need to know and how you can get to the point where you can play thousands of songs, because that's what I want you guys to do. I don't want to teach you a song. I want to teach you how to play your guitar so you can play hundreds of songs. The only time, like with my videos, the videos are geared towards people that can already play, because a lot of people get this misconception of, oh, you're not teaching me well in these videos. I'm not trying to teach you to play your guitar. That would take a long length of time, and I can't do that in a 6-minute song. What I'm doing is showing guitar players or keyboard players how to play these chords. They already know how to play chords. They just don't know how to play the specific chords in these specific songs. And I get a lot of people that kind of get I guess confused because they think that I'm trying to teach them how to play their guitar in this song. No, I can do that with the DVDs, but the covers that I do are geared towards, again, people that can play. They just don't know the chords to the song. So I give them that, and they're like, okay, we good, thanks. So again, if you guys are interested, to play the guitar the right way, the DVDs are still $35. At some point in time, in the next couple of months, they might go up because of all of the supplies have went up. The DVD, the cost of the blank DVDs, the mailers, the postage, the other supplies. So the increase will reflect or reflect, the price of things going up because everything goes up, and you have to kind of raise your price to reflect that increase. But this is an opportunity that you guys don't want to miss because, again, I've been playing for like 27 years professionally, writing, arranging, producing, engineering, you name it, I've done it. And I'm trying to give you guys some straight to the point insight on how to play the guitar instead of fumbling around with other programs that claim that they can do this, and all they're doing is giving you bits and pieces, and all the bits and pieces are not connecting. But with my program, because I've had a lot of people tell me, man, ever since I got what you've given me, I'm playing, and now you've helped me unlock the mystery of this is how it's done, and I'm no longer guessing. I know exactly what I'm doing. As opposed to, well, Moses man told me to put my finger there and put my finger up there and put my finger there and strum it. No, I'm teaching you the right way and teaching you what you need to know and what you knowing as far as, I know what I'm doing, So if you guys are interested, send me information or inquiry or comment, and I will send you my PayPal information. Once payment is received, DVDs go out the very next day. And also for you international, still $45. So if you guys are interested in playing guitar and playing it well and playing it the right way, you came to the right place. Till next time, take care. Thanks for watching.